We'll do about a 60-second, a minute-ish open.
Okay.
And
obviously talk about both sides. Of the
yeah. I'll open with a general.
Yeah.
And neutral question. Hey, we got a big one tonight. Yeah, it's big. And then I'll lead you to both teams.
Gotcha.
And give me like 30 seconds on each team, roughly.
Perfect.
We need to be out by 8:30. Okay.
Lowering the shoulder.
Here we go. Yeah. Okay. Please, I know, but try to remind me if it's.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah.
McGinley scores.
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown. Warriors. What a cut.
And welcome inside Waterford Mott, where tonight it's a hot battle in the LVC with big implications. It's the Corsairs welcoming in the Mavericks of Milford High School. Hello again, everybody. My name is Chad Bush alongside Denny Butcher. Coach, we've got a great battle tonight between a couple of teams that have proven already this year that they're amongst the best in this Lakes Valley Conference. We're in for a good one tonight.
Yeah, both teams have had great seasons up to this point. You can't ask for a better basketball game this time of the year. On the road for Milford here at Waterford Mott, and Mott has to try to hold home court.
Let's start with Mott. Mott is a program that brings in one of their best all-time leading scorers into this battle tonight. Let's start with Kobe Manyweathers. He's an electric player that I know has caught your eye, and you're impressed with what he's done.
Yeah, 4-year starter here at Mott, 1,000-point scorer. They go as he goes. He really makes them work. Great at getting to the basket, but one of his best attributes is how well he defends. He gets after people. He's one of the leaders on the defensive end as well. And if your best leader is your best player offensively, it goes a long way.
Similarly, a guy on the other side of the court that does a lot of things amongst their best program players ever, in Carson Lutz. He's a dynamic scorer at 24 points a game.
Yeah, Carson is a fantastic kid. 3-year starter, started since he was a sophomore. Again, just like Mayweather for Mott, just like Carson for Milford. He makes them go. He's averaging almost 25 points a game. And if those two kind of cancel each other out, it's going to come down to all the other players to try to see who wins this game.
We'll have the start of this game, the tip. We'll hear from both head coaches coming up right after this. You're watching the Prep primetime matchup. It's Mott against Milford. Your Catholic faith, it's at the core of who you are, what you do, and the decisions you make. At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we make your faith and finances work together. From home needs to business needs, from school to retirement, we've got the financial well-being of our Catholic community covered. Visit us today and see how your faith and finances can work together. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Welcome to Waterford Mott's Gymnasium. 15-1 on the year, undefeated in league play. The man that has led him in his second stint in his second year. Jeff Jason joins us now. And Coach, tell us a little bit about what you have brewing in this building. You came back and you've done the kind of things to get this program to its highest point.
Yeah, it all starts with the kids. You know, the kids have done a really good job of buying into what I'm asking them to do and buying into each other. Playing for each other, being part of a team, and embracing the roles, and it's allowed us to have some success the last 2 years.
You've got a good guy that's helped you the last 4 years, a 4-year starter, and Mr. Manyweathers, who does many things for you, and he is just breaking records and also getting to the point of records. Talk about Manyweathers and what he's meant to this program.
Kobe's the engine. He drives the car. You know, we go as he goes. And he's had a great 4-year career, 4-year starter for us. He's done a good job, and trying to get him to be a little bit more vocal. But we go as Kobe goes. And he's these guys have embraced Kobe. Kobe's embraced his teammates a little bit more this year. You know, and it's been a good thing, and I think that's a key reason for our success this year.
The success in your program now in your second stint, I mean, you've been able to see kind of both sides of this program, but in the end, it's been a dominant program. 6 of the last 7 titles, I believe, have gone your way in this title. How much pride do you have coming back to your alma mater and leading them yet again to a prosperous finish?
It's a big thing for me. You know, I'm a Waterford guy, went here. You know, I went to Aquinas, came back and began teaching here. I've been here, and I want to see the success of the school, the kids here in the community. You know, I want to provide them with everything I can. You know, being a kid, you know, an adult that came from this, and give them opportunities that I didn't necessarily have, and try to help them succeed in any way I can.
This is a guy that played some big-time minutes, not only here at Mott, but also in college as one of the all-time leading scorers in Aquinas College history. You brought that to these kids. They seem to embrace your personality. You say, sometimes I'm not so easy on them, but tough love is a real thing, isn't it?
It is, you know, and I'm not an easy person to play for, you know, and the kids have embraced it. They understand that it's coming from a place of love and that I'm pushing them to try to be their best, you know, and I'm trying to find that median as well and be, you know, a little bit, you know, not as intense sometimes, but they've done a good job of understanding the message and understanding me and having this relationship with these kids, and I know they want to be great. You know, I tell them I don't settle for mediocrity. What we have, we got to keep challenging them and pushing them every single day in practice, in games.
It's Milford again tonight. You played them once already. You knocked them off by 7, I believe, at their place. Tonight, a chance to get this team again. Tell us the kind of club the Mavericks are.
Dave Gilbert does a really good job with them. He has them. They play well together. Tough defensive-minded team, and they have one really good lights-out shooter, Carson Lutz. You know, and obviously some other talent as well. But a lot of there goes with what Carson does, and you know, and Coach Gilbert, I said, has them coached well. They embrace their roles. They play well. They're tough. They're gritty. So you got to be ready to play against Milford every time you step on the floor with them.
Your group's well-rounded as well, and I know you're proud of your guys. What are you most proud of? The fact at this point of the season they've come together this quickly. I know they lost a lot last year, and you weren't expecting all that. This is a resilient group, isn't it?
Yes, you know, I'm proud of their resilience, you know, and their determination to be better. They're not satisfied. They want to keep working. They're coachable, you know, tough group, and like I said, they bought into each other, and that's the big thing.
What's the key tonight against Milford to try to get the sweep and to try to lock up the LVC?
We want to try to speed the game up a little bit, get them to play at our, you know, pace and tempo, and if, you know, obviously if it doesn't get to that way, but we just have to be patient. You know, Milford wants us to take 1-2 pass, contested shots. We got to be a little patient on offense, move the ball side to side, get them to break down, attack closeouts, and then our defensive pressure's got to speed them up a little bit. So,
thanks for having us out.
I appreciate it. Thank you guys for coming.
You bet. That's Jeff Jason in his 8th year overall. He's got his team undefeated in league play, looking to lock up maybe that title tonight. We're back with more on the Preps coverage of Waterford Mott against Milford right after this. Welcome back. Getting ready for Milford and Waterford Mott. We're here with the Milford head coach, Dave Gilbert. 12 years at his alma mater now, and boy, you're upon another great season. 11-3 on the year, 3rd in the LVC, and a big battle tonight against the #1 team in this league. Are you guys excited for this one?
Absolutely. These are the games we look forward to. I wrote on our scouting report on the way here. These are the types of games you want to be in a Milford uniform, and this is what we push for. And even watching my JV coach talk at halftime, he's prepping his guys for that next level. It's like, these are the games you want to be in. So we're super excited about the opportunity. Mott's going to be an incredible test for us, but this is why you play the game. This is where you want to be as a program.
Tell us about your program. Tell us about your team. What should people know about the Mavericks and Milford?
Yeah, our program, you know, if any of our alumni are watching, they know, you know, everything we do is we build year to year. Our theme a few years ago was continue to move our program forward, and this is just another example of that this year. We graduated 9 seniors last year. I think a lot of people were like, Milford graduated 9 seniors, they're going to go away, and here we are again right in the mix of things, and that's just a testament to our kids, to our coaching staff, and the guys that I've been fortunate to be surrounded by, and we're just, we continue to do what we do. We play hard, we play together, and, you know, we play for one another, and that's what our program's all about.
It's certainly a stingy defense that will be tested tonight, and you've got some firepower on offense as well, led by Mr. Lutz. Tell us about Carson and what he's meant to your program and what we can expect to see tonight.
Yeah, you know, defensively, he's going to be tough to slow down that juggernaut that Mott is. But, you know, we have some firepower ourselves. Fans are going to get a great individual matchup tonight with our defending player of the year, Kobe Manyweather, on Mott's side. And then the leading scorer from last year in our league, and probably this year too as well, Carson Lutz. So Carson's just a special young man. He grew up. I was an assistant for his dad at Milford in my sub-level years. And I remember Carson having me help him with his goldfish bag when he's standing behind the bench as a little toddler, and here I have the opportunity to coach him, you know, now in high school, and it's been fun, full circle. He's a competitor. He wants to win, and that's the types of players I want to be around.
This matchup, again, one that you said you want. This is the smoke you guys want. You want to be in games like this. What do you want a little differently than the Game 1 result 3 games into the season? How are you guys different than that go-round?
I hope when you talk about playing a good team like Mott that early, a lot of those guys hadn't had that big game experience when we did rely on a lot of those 9 seniors outside of 2 or 3, you know, and we learned from those mistakes, and I hope we can see that. I hope it's a highly competitive game, and we're making some better decisions in some of those more critical moments. And like I said, we talked yesterday, our theme this week is every possession. So are we taking care of the ball? Are we ending quarters well? Are we starting quarters well? Are we executing our sets? Those types of things are going to be the difference in tonight's game.
The pack line defense you guys run is a thing, and that's something that's really stingy in this league. How is yours kind of set apart from some of the rest of the defenses that you see in this league?
It's just different in the fact that we're really trying to funnel you baseline, and it's unorthodox. It takes teams out of the flow and the movement. We're going to have to make some adjustments for Mott tonight. You know, you might not see it in its full. Just because of some of the athletes and things that they do. But we can really frustrate teams, and it's been stingy for years. It continues to be stingy, and hopefully we can do some good things with it tonight.
All the best. Success.
Thank you. I appreciate you having us. Coming out and all the
My pleasure. That's Dave Gilbert in his 12th year leading the Mavericks in Milford tonight. It's uncharted waters against Waterford Mott. We'll have the tip for you right after this. Thanks for watching the Preps coverage of Mott and Milford. Welcome back to Waterford Mott High School. Chad and Denny with you. Denny, as we get into this matchup between these two teams, Milford coming in a little bit of an underdog in this battle. They lost the first matchup back on the 6th of December. 55-47, what do you recall from that game, and what do both teams want to countermeasure tonight?
First game, Milford really had their way for quite a while, and all of a sudden it was a few bad possessions.
We'll step aside and pause for the national anthem. We're back in a moment on the Preps coverage right after this.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
Welcome back to Waterford Mott High School as we get ready for Milford and Waterford Mott. Let's meet the starters first for the road team, the Milford Mavericks, who come in 11-3, 8-2 in the LVC under 12th year head coach David Gilbert, a proud 2002 graduate of Milford. The Mavericks will start with Ben Shaw at the point guard spot. Good three-point shooter, pass first, point guard. Owen Stark gets the start at the forward spot. Couple sports for him, a 3-year starter, and one of their top players, Owen Stark at 6'3". Carson Lutz, 24 points per game, top scorer in the LVC from a year ago. All-state honorable mention, Mr. Everything for the Mavs. They'll need him tonight on the road. That's Carson Lutz, the senior. Nick McClear, a drive and shoot type guy and a defender. He's the starter at one of the guard spots. Landon Murray, who also plays football, 6'2". They'll need his athleticism tonight. That rounds out the starting 5 for Dave Gilbert and the Milford Mavericks. Let's meet the Waterford Mott Corsairs. 15-1 on the year, 10-0 in league play, first in the LVC. Gavin Ort is a senior forward that starts for him up front, hard-working blue-collar frontman. Damari Stevens at the other forward spot. 5-quarter kid last year. Boy, has he come on. 12 points and 8 rebounds a game for the 6'6" junior. Jordan White, 5'7" guard. Don't let the size fool you. He's a tough kid, defensive leader. He'll have a tough assignment tonight. Kobe Manyweathers. This kid, what can you say about him? He just became the all-time leader in school history, and he's 94 points away from the school record. But this guy's everything. He's been there a 4-year starter, 19 points, 7 assists, 4.5 rebounds for the senior point guard at 5'9", the returning LVC player of the year. Torrey Robinson, 6'3" guard, their top defender. And the head coach is Jeff Jason in his 8th year in his second stint. And we're set to go. Left to right come the Corsairs, a Waterford Mott trying to stay perfect in the LVC. Mott working it around the perimeter. Trying to find somebody against this tough man-to-man Milford defense that gets a steal right away.
Yeah. And that's exactly what Milford's going to try to do, is channel them into a double team towards the baseline. And he did a nice job there creating the turnover.
Milford on offense, a team that wants to get a quality shot. Can they handle this pressure defense from Mott?
Yeah, everything for Milford is going to be about patience and poise, good shot selection. Mott's very aggressive defensively, will get up and challenge you.
This is Ben Shaw with the basketball. Bounce pass, right block, laying good. Landon Murray with a bucket. He's going to be a key player tonight for the Mavs.
Yeah, he's a really good athlete. Like you said, football and basketball guy. Gets up and down the floor, 6'3", 6'4", and really nice athlete around the rim.
Waterford Mott on offense, a dribble drive team. They want to get some easy looks. They get one there, but it's a travel. It's a tough look forced by the Milford defense. 2-0 Mavericks.
Yeah, Mott has settled down. 2 turnovers in a row to start the game. They'll settle down and probably be a little more efficient offensively here.
Ben Shaw with the basketball. Now to the right mid post. This is McClear. Patient around, open shot, left hand triple. That's off the mark from Shaw, but an offensive reset back to McClear. Bang! Milford leads 5-0, 6.5 to go. A good fast start for the road team.
Yeah, second chance, rebound. What a fantastic game. Landon Murray showing his athleticism, tracking that down. Hit the open man for the 3.
Near sideline for Waterford Mott. This is Kobe Manyweathers. Finds his post man who lays it in. That's Gavin Ort, the 6'5" senior, getting a clean look.
Yeah, and that's Mott. Seeing the penetration, getting to the paint, making that extra pass, finishing around the rim. That's what they do really well.
Drive, off the mark. That's Shaw again. And back the other way. Rip drive, short with a shot. On the drive, it was Torrey Robinson. And here comes Carson Lutz, whose name we have yet to really call tonight. Waterford Mott's done a good job of keeping him out of the game so far. Fade away, left short corner, off the heel, no good. Robinson with the rebound. He's their top defender, the sophomore. He'll go coast to coast, and he'll get fouled going up. And he'll have a chance to cut this thing to 1.
Torrey really showing off his ability to rebound, get it out in transition on his own. That's twice in a row that he's gotten to the basket. First one was a no call. Ref passed on the foul at the rim. This time he gets the call. Fantastic
season for who's regarded as the top defender. Future bright for this 10th grader, 6'3". And there's something to be said for a guy that can guard 1 through 5 at the high school level. He's one of those guys.
As a coach, you love that, right? You can put somebody, circle in a lineup and say, hey, you got this guy, and it doesn't matter if he's 5'10" or 6'4". Go get him.
Splits the pair. Rebound hauled in by Owen Stark, who's wearing number 33 tonight. If you're expecting number 10 in Stark, it's number 33. Stark high on the left, finds the open man, quickly closed up in the left block.
You'll see that they're face guarding Carson, trying to keep him out of the offense right now, number 2. Jordan White really doing a nice job on him.
Scoreless so far, but others have been set up. Power right-hand layup, short. Corsairs clean it up. They could tie or take the lead with this possession. Kobe Manyweathers finds the right wing 3. No good. Offensive stick back, no, by Robinson. Mavs dodge a bullet on the 2-shot attempt on that set.
Yeah, we talked about this with the coaches before the game about having a 1-shot defense and get out. Don't want to allow these second shots, and both teams are seeing that on each end.
It was high on the bulletin board of both programs coming into this. Mott's so good at getting that second chance opportunity.
Yes, they are.
Carson Lutz across court, open 3.
Good find.
Bang! Owen Stark, second triple of the night for the Mavs, and they've opened up their 5-point lead with 4 minutes to go. Manyweathers fouled on the floor.
Yeah, going back to the prior possession, you see how they're really trying to get after Carson and eliminate him from being a scorer. Carson's going to have to react and see the open man, which he did. Owen Stark is one of Milford's best 3-point shooters. He's averaging over 40% on the year from the 3.
3-point team, defensive-minded team. It's Milford. They'll go to their bench. Meanwhile, the Corsairs looking for their 7th league title in 8 years. They have been the dominating team in this league. Step out long 2 for 22, and Torrey Robinson has been the best player for the home club tonight thus far.
He's come ready to play. He's excited, you can tell. And again, just a sophomore, he's getting it done.
Shaw across the timeline. Carson Lutz with a rock looking for his first points. Nothing home, gives it up. A lot of touches for this Milford offense, an offense that a lot of motion until they get a quality shot. That's a quality shot from 18, no good. On the run, pushing is Manyweathers to the rack, and he draws the foul, and Lutz didn't love it.
Well, that's what Kobe Manyweathers does right there. You saw how fast that ball went from free throw line to the other basket. He got that out and was gone in a blink of an eye. Can't fall asleep on him, and he'll put you in foul trouble just like he did there.
Went over 1,000 points his last time out on Tuesday night against Country Day. 94 points away from breaking the school's all-time scoring record. He's already the all-time leader in steals in school history with 161. And he's just 4 assists shy of being the all-time assist leader in Waterford Mott history.
What a complimentary player. Saying all those stats, that's wonderful. What a great complimentary player.
It's one thing to say he's the all-time leading scorer, but then he's a willing passer. He assists. He plays defense. What a great young man. Jeff Jason couldn't say enough great things about him.
And look at him defensively.
Put on some weight this year.
Great pass.
Great pass, power layup, good. Milford sharing the sugar, and Landon Murray gets his second bucket. The Mavericks are up by a field goal. In trouble, kick to the corner, and a foul a little too close for comfort was Noah Pike, who came off the bench. The junior at 6 foot draws the foul. That's the team's 4th. Waterford without any fouls. Milford will check in to the lineup. Anthony Bates. Did I say that right?
Bates, correct.
Bates?
Bates.
Yeah. Bates. Thank you. Landon Murray will check out. Some good minutes for the football wide receiver star. Very athletic. He's important tonight, and he can't get in foul trouble in this game. He's important for that aspect of adding that athleticism.
Yes, he is. He's one of the guys that are going to help you get that one-shot defense and out because he can go get your boards.
Waterford Mott trying to find the flow offensively. It starts with that man, Manyweathers. Jordan White a big part of it too. Corner 3, in and out, no. And no second chance here. Milford wins out on the rebound with Shaw. Short corner left, kick out. 3-point lead for the Mavs. They've led by as many as 5. 2.5 to go in the first.
Love the pressure from Mott up top. They're always putting pressure on you. You got to be able to handle it. You notice the poise that Milford's going to try to demonstrate. That's Mott's plan, is create turnovers just like they did right there. Constant pressure.
That's the first turnover of the night for Mott in this game. Or first turnover for Milford in this game, pardon me. Meanwhile, the Corsairs will go to their bench. They've got some depth that they really do like. MJ Long Jr., the senior guard, checks in, along with number 35. That's Nate Lewis, the 6'6" forward and senior. Manyweather's with it. Right block pass and a double team against this pack line defense.
Yeah, anything that goes short corner, you're going to see traps from Milford. Oh, no shot.
Manyweather's from distance, Splash City for number 3, and we're tied at 10 with 2 to go.
There's number 3, Kobe. He does a really nice job from the perimeter.
5 points in this game. Shot off the mark, no. Big boy rebound for Damari Stevens. And on the run, the other way, lay in, no. Offensive rebound by Lewis, but he was on that end line out of bounds after the missed drive by MJ Long Jr. So Milford gets it back. They're a deep team as well. 10 guys they like to play a game. They feel they've grown quite a bit since that December 6th game, just their 3rd game into the season. Ball pressure from Mott.
Constant pressure, yep.
Stark for 3 again. In and out, no. Big boy rebound by Stevens, no call. Corsairs play on. Manyweather's rip drive, layup off the glass is good. Manyweather showing off that skill, and the Corsairs have their first lead of the game.
Yeah, what a change of his body and midair on that drive to avoid the charge, avoid the contact.
It's a foul on the floor. That'll be the first for Waterford in this quarter. Ball out of bounds near sideline as we get another look at that acrobatic shot by Manyweather's. He's dangerous at many levels.
That's what he does. He sees the paint, and he's very dangerous because he can make passes to others and finish on his own.
Lutz back out to Stark. They're good buddies. They play on the AAU circuit, but disjointed there. Jordan White with a steal and blew the bunny. The rebound over the back from Pike, and that's going the other way.
Milford got away with one there. Again, this is the constant pressure that Waterford will apply. Milford's got to step up and handle it.
Shaw in the backcourt with Stark working against the pesty Jordan White. Milford gets ahead. Finds the open man, Carson Lutz. 10 to go on the clock. It's Lutz working it against Robinson. And Lutz is fouled. And the Corsairs had a couple fouls to give. That's a smart one.
Yeah, low ball screen up top for Carson, trying to get him some freedom. Really aggressive on the hedge. Good call.
The foul goes on Ort. That's his first. 4.5 seconds to work. Stark to trigger, and we got a whistle and another foul. And that's okay. They've got one more to give. They're going to get Ort. That is his second foul. So ball out of bounds, 4.5 seconds to go. No time went off the clock. What are you dialing up here? Ball out of bounds play.
It's a little stagger screen for Carson coming off the baseline. You'll see him try to rip it through the corner. They switched it. Yep.
Drew the foul, got him up in the air. Ben Shaw took advantage.
Yeah, a little switch on the inside, which put Ben Shaw open and underneath. Milford's really good at recognizing that. They know they want to take away number 11.
Foul was on the floor. Dave Gilbert wanted that to be a shot attempt. He didn't get it. Was that the right call? I think it might have been. There's another whistle, and this time it's going against Milford, and they're going to get Ben Shaw. I don't think I've seen more fouls in 1 second than we've seen. That's 4 fouls in 1 second.
Yeah, exactly.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And all the coaches are pulling their kids out. Wait a minute, all these fouls?
Hey, it's a type of game, physical.
3 seconds to go. Manyweather's at the horn. No. But that's the kind of quarter we had. Close as a whisker as we go to the second. Denny and I are back to wrap up the stats of the first and talk about the second and what's ahead. Back to Waterford Mott right after these. Want to thank our friends at Gino's Pizza for providing delicious pizza, breadsticks, and all the goods. Full disclosure, Denny and I grew up on Gino's, and we keep going back.
Absolutely.
Family-owned restaurant, the pizza, the breadsticks.
Can't get any better than that.
Doesn't get any better than that. Greg Keller's in the house. You know it's a big game. We thank our friends at Gino's, and go find them after the ball game. It's not too late. Just down the street. Delicious pizza, breadsticks, family atmosphere, Italian dining at its best. Go find them on Cass Lake Road at 1999. First quarter stats, Coach, what do you think?
Well, we thought for Mott, Mayweather's leading the way. He's got 7, also making some good passes, got a couple assists. But surprisingly, you got Carson Lewis with 0, and I think that will change coming into the second quarter. But credit to Mott, they're really doing a nice job on number 11 for Milford.
Both teams are 4 of 11 from the floor. So that's 36.5%. 2 of 5 from distance is Milford, and 1 of 4 from Waterford. It's more Milford's game than Waterford's, that long ball. And the free throw line, well, Waterford loves to get in that paint, and they've got 4 free throws so far to none for Milford.
Correct. In the pace of play right now definitely favors Milford. You keep it in the 12-10 per quarter category. That's kind of their pace. Mott wants to get this up in the 50s and 60s.
So into the game is Jake Hess. He's a 5'9", 10th grader. Turnover, Corsairs on the run. Many Weathers. Kick out, corner, open 3, short. And the rebound.
Really fortunate here, Milford. They missed their matchup in transition and left 22 Robinson wide open.
Lutz looking for his first points, no good. Ball bounces out to Lewis. Waterford Mott wants to run. Bully ball, Many Weathers, no. Tip back, no. And Stark cleans it up. Seven points for Many Weathers and 4 for Landon Murray to lead the way. 3 ball, no good off the hand of McClear. Mott +2, matching their largest lead. Many Weathers, open shooter Lewis didn't want it. And he draws the foul. That'll go against Landon Murray. That's a problem. That's his second.
That was a tough one. He looked like a good slide. Just some pretty innocent defense right there to give him his second foul. Is that a second?
It's his first.
Oh, first.
I apologize. I said second. I was wrong. Ball out of bounds, baseline right. Gavin Ort to trigger. Long with it against Milford, who defensively, pack line defense, man-to-man, tough, hard-nosed team. They play hard. They want to get this Waterford Mott out of their flow. So far, how have they been in the half court?
Really good. You'll see them channel them right there. That's what they want to try to do, is get him in that short corner.
Shot up, no, it didn't matter. It's a turnover, a wall up that forces a travel.
Very, very well-coached defensive team, Milford is. They do some tricky things. They'll switch at times, but their forte is trying to get you going towards the baseline and trap you.
We get a reach in the backcourt. That's the big boy Nate Lewis at 6'6", trying to hang with the guards of Milford. In comes a defensive specialist, Jordan White, guy who stepped into the starting role this year. Here's another look at the...
Yeah, it's just the hedge there on the screen, and pretty easy call.
Carson Lutz, 24 points a game. Gonna post up Jordan White here in the short corner. Passes out of it perfectly. Stepping into a 16-footer, perfect. That's Jake Hess coming off the bench, the 10th grader, and we're tied at a dozen aside.
Yeah, it's good. Jake was excited to see that ball go in, and Milford needed that bucket. Big possession for Mott here.
MJ Long, back to Jordan White, around the horn they go. Many Weathers from the free throw line, unselfish play, kick to the corner. That's short and unrewarded. Stark with a rebound, throw ahead, right side to McClear, who backs it out.
Well, ISO from Carson, this is what he does pretty well.
Finds the corner in Hess, and Hess finds the baseline and travels, according to Pat Beagle, one of the officials tonight, who was razzing you before the game. Pat Beagle was.
Yeah.
Now's your chance. Go get him. You're on the air. He's not.
No, he has the ability to tee me if I ever get back on the sideline. So I'm still really nice to Mr. Beagle. And I still call him Mr. Beagle.
That's great. So, knotted up at 12. Nothing solved. 5:10 to go until the break. Second foul, by the way, by Nate Lewis. He checks out of the lineup. Shot short there. Milford gets a 1 and out. Throws. Stark dead spot left for 3. No good. Manyweathers and Mott wants to run. Manyweathers down the avenue. Kick out corner. MJ Long attacks 10 and gets fouled. That is number 2 now on Landon Murray, and Dave Gilbert sweating like the butcher's dog, going to go get him.
Well, again, in transition, Manyweather seeing paint, seeing the pitch out to the corner, allowing the defense to close out late, allowing the drive to get to the paint, put Milford back on their heels, get to the paint, get the foul, get to the line. There's, again, really big possessions right now. Mott's gone several minutes without scoring right now. We're at 4:48 here in the second, and they still have yet to score.
A defensive stretch for Milford that offensively they haven't been able to take advantage. Mott getting to the free throw line. And this is something they do very well. They've already hit 5 free throws in this game. They're 5 of 6. It's one thing to get there, and it's another thing to make them.
Correct.
Jeff Jason's club doing it both ways right now. Lutz attacks and gets fouled going up. He'll get a chance for his first points of the night at the 4:36 mark of the second. Oh, they're going to say it's on the floor. I lied. In the NBA, they would have given him shots.
Yeah, for sure.
Checking in for the Corsairs, number 1, Damari Stevens.
So ball out of bounds, baseline left. Lutz to trigger. Waterford Mott by 2 in this defensive-minded game. You said this is the pace that Milford wants to play. And Waterford Mott's coach, Jeff Jason, said Milford's our kryptonite.
Yeah.
So it's kind of playing out right now.
They're very smart kids, smart young men, pretty disciplined and tough and gritty. Don't make a lot of mistakes.
Left block, left hand shot, short. Cleaned up by the Corsairs. Throw ahead.
3-on-1.
Long corner right. Mott has to back it out. Elbow jumper, good. That's Gavin Ort, the 6'5" senior. And it gives the Corsairs their largest lead of 4. We'll take a timeout from Waterford Mott. 4:08 to go in a tight LVC battle on a Friday night in Waterford. Thanks for watching.
Your Catholic faith, it's at the core of who you are, what you do, and the decisions you make. At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we make your faith and finances work together. From home needs to business needs, from school to retirement, we've got the financial well-being of our Catholic community covered. Visit us today and see how your faith and finances can work together. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Milford 11-3 on the year, 8-2 in league play. Top 100 in size, 1,300 students, co-ed out of the LVC, beautiful town of Milford. And district champs in 23-24, back-to-back years. And Lake Valley champions 22-23. All-state first place academic in 22-23 season. And how about that? That's very impressive to have an academic success like that. Constantly ranked in the top 10 as Milford. And then who could forget Gunnar Gustafson, one of their all-time greats for the Milford Mustangs.
Gunnar was a load. He was a tough kid to coach. 3-year starter, 6'5", 6'6", strong rebounder. I dreaded coaching against that young man.
Yeah, there's some good ones. Tough to pick one of them. And I know you played against or coached against, and you know that,
yes,
that area, that league.
For sure.
Ball on the deck, loose.
Constant pressure from Mott.
Corner Stark 3, no. Found his first, hasn't found it since. Loose change, stick back, no. Miss from Anthony Bates, and here comes Manyweathers.
But you can see that's what Mott's trying to do. It's just constant pressure, get you out of your comfort zone, get things in transition, try to get the tempo up.
Manyweathers had it roll off, but the tip backs in.
Second chance. Yeah.
Damari Stevens tipped it in. Corsairs by 6. This is their largest lead with 3 to go.
Yeah, we talk about big possessions, and this is one of them.
Lute step back 3, no good. Throw ahead, showtime. Lay in good. What the conservative route. Counted for Torrey Robinson, and that is a run, 6-0 run. And this is danger zone for the Mavericks right here.
Yes, it is.
Waterford having their way right now in transition.
Yes, they are. Getting some turnovers out on the perimeter, quick shots from Milford. Milford playing a little more out of character, which is allowing some transition baskets.
So the foul is on Stevens. That is his 3rd. He'll have to sit for Mott. Meanwhile, Milford looking to lean on their scorers here. And Lute's scoreless, puts up 24 a game. He's been harassed all night. Stark for 3, got it, and the foul. 4-point play opportunity for Owen Stark, who could bring this team back on his own shoulders.
I think they called a blocking foul, or the guy trying to blow through the screen right here. They got that foul, not on the shooter.
Yeah.
So it should be Milford's ball out of bounds.
They can. Yeah, well, let's see what they come up with.
Could end up being a 5 or 6 point possession.
It could be. So, okay, it's the 5th team foul, so you're right.
Yep.
You were right.
Yeah, we're going to get out of bounds.
It would be ball out of bounds, but it's double bonus.
Yep.
You're right. 2 free throws, no bucket, right? Bucket, no good.
No, they counted the basket.
They did. Okay. All right. So 5-point trip potential here. And a chance for a 5-point play.
Yeah, very rare in this situation.
Let's get a look at that replay again of the foul that happened after. Here's another look.
Yeah, you'll see the defensive player from Mott trying to get through the screen right there. Blows through the Milford player, knocks him down. Basket counts. If it was under the 5th foul, we'd have it out of bounds. But obviously that's not the case. We're shooting free throws. We as in Milford.
The officials will talk to the scorer's table, and we'll get a.
So technically, that he was trying to get through number 14 for Milford. He should be the free throw shooter. Yeah, here he goes. He's going to the line.
Shooting bonus free throws for the Mavericks.
So yeah.
14, Noah Wright.
So they got the right guy out there in Pike, the junior, to shoot free throws. By the way, shooting free throws tonight. This is the first free throws being shot by Milford. As Pike misses. Into the game comes Dylan Doggett. He'll replace Ben Shaw. And both free throws missed, but an offensive rebound by Anthony Bates. And the Mavericks have new life despite the knockout by White. Milford's been on this side of the court for a long time.
I was going to say, still a chance to have a 5 or 6 point possession. Milford still has it. Well, double for Carson.
Lute's tough to get loose and surrounded tonight. Great
Very
defense.
well defended right there.
Yeah. By Torrey Robinson, regarded as their top defender. A lot of length. Nearing the 2-minute mark, a patient Maverick offense. Lutz drives, kicks, Stark rips, kicks, 3, air ball. Corsairs on the move. Say, let's get it out of our end.
Yeah.
In hockey, they'd shoot it down to the other end and take an icing right now.
Manyweather again.
Manyweather to the hole. The answer from number 3. Hoopenharm.
Yeah, he puts it in his right hand and gets by people as well as anybody in this area. just fast and strong.
Mavericks number 23, his first, team's third.
Now you see why he has over 1,000 points in his career.
For the Corsairs,
Returning player of the year in the conference. And a guy that just does it on both sides, too. His defense is perhaps underrated.
For sure.
But a star player, and he's been around for 4 years. One of those guys that you're like, wait a minute, he's still there?
Yep.
Kind of like Lutz for Milford, who throws it away. It has been a frustrating night for number 11, and all that credit goes to Waterford Mott right now. They've got him with a goose egg.
Yeah, I got Carson frustrated, making jumping passes right there, overthrowing his man.
A lot of game left. Waterford Mott's best win of the year came in game number 4. They knocked off Walled Lake Central 54-51 right here in this building. A good win against Grand Blanc, a good win against Milford in game 3, and their only loss was against Warren Fitzgerald 57-45 in the 30th of December.
Well, you see right here, right now, Milford's playing a 1-3-1 zone. You do not see this very often from Coach Gilbert. He figures it's time to pull it out, change the pace, show them something different.
They need a stop here, and they get it with a missed 3.
Yeah.
Long with a miss.
Good call by Coach Gilbert, trying to give him a different look.
Bounce pass, right block, and a travel. Milford flips it over in this game. That's turnover number 7.
Yeah, they're starting to pile up right now. Hurting them. Can't come up with empty possessions against Mott. Mott will continue to put the pressure on you offensively. To have empty possessions like this on turnovers is going to be a killer.
Yep. Coach Jeff Jason raving about his team and how guys are willing to play for each other. A resilient group. They expected to have 4 or 5 guys back, returning starters that didn't come back because they were injured or wanted to focus on other sports. And we're talking Division I athletes and other sports. I mean, this is a group that's had to be resilient.
3 or 4 guys are good or better than anybody that's on the floor right now. They're walking the halls.
That's right. We're expected to have Gino Seats, a scholarship offered player to the Division I level, quarterback. Long for 3, no. And the rebound is short as time winds down. But it's Waterford Mott who's come from behind. They trailed by 5. They turn it into a profitable second quarter and an 8-point lead at the break. Denny and I will come back and break this thing down from Waterford from the first half of this LVC championship-bound battle. Back with more after this. The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move, and it's out of here.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
I want to thank our friends at Gino's Pizza right down the road. Go find them at Cass Lake Road. Gino's Pizza, the finest Italian American food you'll find. Great pizza, breadsticks. We got the antipasta salad. So many great items, and a great family that owns it, the Santillas. The Santillas go to Waterford, Mott. Talking to Gino, the grandpa, as I was picking up the food, he said, yeah, my granddaughter plays basketball there. Great athlete.
Yeah, we've known Gino for a long time. At the college, we used to go to Gino's restaurant after games.
Absolutely.
On the regular, yeah.
Staple at Waterford, Mott, and St. Mary's, and many other joints. This is Time Out Sports Bar and Grill, and we just talked with the owner who's here in the house tonight. Great supporters of the community. Outstanding food, okay? Yeah, you can have some spirits and have a good time. It's a sports bar. This is a place for great food. They're going to keep that kitchen open tonight till midnight. Get in there, right down the road in Waterford. Live bands, music, jukebox, DJ, dancing, chicken tenders are killer. The ranch is off the charts. Go find them down the street. Time Out Sports Bar and Grill in Waterford. Welcome back. Chad Bush and Denny Butcher with you. Some highlights from the first half. An 8-point lead for Waterford. Let's back up to what you think this half was all about. How was Waterford able to get from behind in this one and come ahead?
Yeah, turnovers in the second quarter. It was a little bit of a lull in the game coming out of the first quarter. Both teams had a really hard time scoring. It was just a matter of time of which team is going to make more mistakes. And as we mentioned in the pregame and also during the game, Mott's the team that wants to continue to generate more and more pressure to get their opponent to react uncomfortably, and that's what happened to Milford. They turned them up, turned them over, got things in transition. Mott was able to see paint, create some fouls, get to the foul line, and do things that they do in transition really well. Consequently, Milford just went really dry, had a big drought offensively. Their leading scorer, Carson Lutz, has really got to step up and help his team right now coming out of this second half. He's got to make some things happen for them to have a chance of getting back in this game, not only in the scoring category, but have a chance to win this in the final fourth quarter.
You look at the numbers, and Mott is shooting 35% from the floor, just 13% from downtown. But the thing that sticks out is they've been to the line 7 times and made 6 of them. Yeah. That's pretty much one of the margins, biggest point of the margin in this game, getting to the line, and that's something they do well.
Yeah, you know, in the coaching world, we call it paint and pitch, and Mott's really, really good at it. They see paint. If they attack and get to the rim and put pressure on you to protect the rim, they're going to put the pressure on the official to make a call. If not, they're going to see and hit the open man in the corners, hopefully make a 3. Now the defense is late. They're trying to close out, and consequently, Mott's continuing to get the basket off the second pass, or the first pass, I should say.
Meanwhile, Milford's got scoring from 5 different players, not Carson Lutz. 4 points from Landon Murray leads them. Is that a good sign for Milford?
It's not. Carson's got to lead the way. He's their team leader in scoring. We talked about it before. He's in the 20s. Next is Owen Stark. He's got to really step up and make some threes. He had some really, really quality looks, some standstill threes. He had a run-in, step-in 3 in the second quarter that really would have relieved some pressure from Milford to see that ball go on the rim, and he was just off on it. Obviously, you're not blaming kids for missing shots, but that's the kind of shots that they consistently would like to see and make.
In the first matchup, it was Milford that outscored Mott 18-11. In the third quarter, could they do that and reverse the fortune here in the second half? We'll find out. We'll take a timeout. Waterford Mott by 8 at home, trying to stay perfect in the LVC. Milford, can they come from behind? Come on back to the Preps coverage of Waterford Mott and Milford right after this.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we're your financial guardian angel. We're here to help you achieve your dreams. A new home, a Catholic education, that business you are working to build. We're here to support the goals of your family, your retirement, and the community that surrounds you. We're here to offer your trusted financial services inspired by Catholic values. And like your guardian angel, we'll always be by your side. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
That's the standings in this league they call the LVC, the Lakes Valley Conference. Waterford Mott all alone, 10-0. It's a lonely place to be. Walled Lake Central, their only blemish is from this Mott club. And there you see Milford at number 3 with 2 losses, hoping to get a shot. They need a win here tonight. They'd have to come from behind to make this thing a bit of a mess.
Yeah, big third quarter for Milford to get back in this game. Starting on the defensive end, they need to get a few stops here early. Get some things in transition, get some easy looks, try to even this game up.
Best start for Waterford Mott in school history was in 1973. They went 16-0. They would lose to Pontiac Central later that year, but this is the second best start ever in Waterford Mott history under
Milford
Jeff
starting
Jason.
in a box and one here, Chad.
A box and one on
You
Mr.
don't see this very often. Yep.
No, a little old school move.
Yes,
Kick down,
is.
right block. It's stripped and ripped out of there by Lutz, playing a little defense.
And that's the thing about Coach Gilbert. He's not afraid to change up his game plan. I talked to him earlier in prep work saying he did throw this in this week for Manyweather.
Lutz to get off
There
the
you go.
schneid. Splash City. Didn't take him long, and it cuts the lead to 5. That's Carson Lutz, one of the best players in program history.
They really needed that.
Milford back in this box and one, yes?
Yeah, box and one, they got Ben Shaw, number 4, on Manyweather, trying to take away his ability to drive and deck it and basically keep the ball out of his hands.
Explain what the box and one is.
So you're going to have 4 guys making a box on the block and then each elbow. Great pass on the inside.
Great pass was not
And then one
returned.
guy's dedicated to one player. In this case, it's Manyweather. They're trying to keep him from getting the ball, period.
It works well there. Milford dodges the bullet on the great bob play. Lutz, back-to-back buckets. You bet.
There you go.
6 quick points to make this a 2-point game, and somebody let Lutz loose. Watch out. Jordan White dribble drive. Baseline pass into the paint, travel no call, hook shot no good. 5-on-4 the other way, slow to get back is Stevens, layup good. That was his man. It's an 8-0 run out of the gate for the Mavericks of Milford to tie this thing up.
Well, we talked about how important it was for them to get started early in the third, and there you have it, 8-0 run. Great look in transition, pass on the inside. Mott came out of the locker room a little lethargic here. Milford's taking advantage.
All right, we're back to Waterford Mott in a moment. Tie game at 23.
Good analysis. Quick, bam, boom. That was very good.
Thank you.
The Corsairs 15-1 on the year, 10-0 in league play out of the Lakes Valley Conference. 1,171 students, won the conference title 7 of the past 8 years. Had a co-champion in 23-24. Also South Lyon East also was a champion somewhere in there. Isaiah Jackson, you might have heard of him. He's an NBAer for the Indiana Pacers. And boy, is he a special player, 4-star, graduated here at Mott, and 4 seasons with the Pacers. He's in the league, a very proud alum of Waterford.
I had the privilege of coaching against him a couple times, and wow, we all knew where he was going.
Man, special player, and pretty cool to say he's a Mott alum. 3-ball corner, count it. Jordan White stops the bleeding, and the 8-0 run with a triple.
Yeah, big shot. That was a big shot from Jordan White to help Mott out.
Meanwhile, Milford hit a spring in the floor, and they're going to throw this thing away, but not before Ort steals it, throws it ahead.
Oh, not travel, huh?
And Manyweathers couldn't hold on to it. Almost ran into Chris Armani Jackson, heads up down there. We need him. Don't hurt him.
Mott kind of lost a chance right there. They had a 2-on-1, couldn't finish it. I hate to keep saying this, but it is all about their pressure. You can see what they do when they get turnovers.
Lutz, a quick 6 out of the gate, and that's an offensive foul, and that's a big one.
Yeah, landing with a block on the screen. Pretty easy call right there. Is that 3? 4th.
It's actually his 4th. Here's another look at that screen.
Yeah, just got his legs out too wide. Not good fundamental screen there. More of a football play.
Yeah, well, as a wide receiver, you can't fault him for that.
Yeah.
We covered Milford in football against South Lyon East this year. A win on the prep. Owen Stark.
Yeah, that's Milford's forte right there defensively. Challenge him towards the baseline, get him in the short corner, and I always told my guys I would put X's there. I would not allow my guys to go there offensively. Very, very hard to make plays from there, and that's what Milford's trying to do.
That short corner area?
The short corner area is tough. Tough to make plays from there.
Unless you're playing against that 2-3 zone sometimes.
Right.
That's a whole different subject.
Correct.
That's Denny Butcher, 501.
Yeah, another great shot by Carson.
How about it? Fader from the right long corner, and Lutz has 8, and the defense a little bit extra jumpy now. Corsairs still by 1, but Lutz starting to get loose.
Yeah, always play a little bit more bounce when you see the ball go on the rim.
Little one-legged action.
Yeah.
Did you ever do that? One
No.
leg?
No.
Your dad would have.
Tried to teach it, but I couldn't do it.
Oh, man. Left wing 3 in front of his own bench is short. Rebound off the fingertips of the springy Gavin Ort, who couldn't hold on. Milford gets it back with a chance to regain the lead.
Well, getting back to that last shot by Carson just shows you his ability to make shots in different ways. And most young kids nowadays, they can make shots, 2s and 3s with their bodies in not great position. They work on those fundamentals so hard, and they can make difficult shots.
Well, he's able to get himself open on his own sometimes.
Yes.
And that's got to be an important piece of the puzzle. That's a foul. That's a push-off. Dave Gilbert doesn't agree with it. They're going to get Lutz. trying to create some space. Here's another look here.
Yeah, Jordan White's underneath his skin a little bit, face guarding him. Maybe a little ticky-tacky on that, but credit Jordan for his tough defense. Really in his face, and Carson realizing that he scored quick 8 points here in the third quarter.
That's 2 fouls now on Lutz with 4.5 to go in the third.
Still in the box and 1, giving up the 3.
Jordan White in and out. Could have been his second 3, would have been a big shot for Waterford Mott. Milford dodges a bullet.
Yeah, and that's what the box and 1 will give up. He'll give you up that corner 3 pretty easily.
Dave Gilbert okay with that against his team. Great pass on the baseline. Step back, front on 3, Splash City. That's Nick McClear.
Great ball movement. Saw that ball go around the corner. Way to share the ball.
Milford regains the lead. This is Robinson to the hole, and he's fouled going up. Robinson has been that Robin to the Batman tonight. He's been the good second league guy.
Well, he just sliced right through the box and 1. You see him coming straight down the paint very easily. That made that look pretty easy. And that's really the strength of the zone is right there. You got to keep him out of that paint like that.
This is a college prospect in the name of Torrey Robinson. Just a 10th grader, 6'3", a wing. Meanwhile, Jeff Jason will go to his bench, and he'll bring in Haziah Outen, a 5'7" junior guard, and they'll rest Gavin Ort. Game is tied now. It was an 8-point lead by Waterford Mott. That was their largest lead, and that was at the break.
Really smart, pick a easy ball screen in the backcourt here to help Ben relieve some of that pressure.
It's a well-connected Milford club. Stark open for 3, spot up, no, in and out. Big boy rebound by Damari Stevens at 6'6", 12 points and 8 rebounds a game. Shot up, no, but a foul, and Manyweathers gets back to the stripe.
Yeah, there you go with what he does well. Gets his own rebound, takes it coast to coast, gets in the paint, and creates a foul, creates the opportunity to get to the line and make 2 free throws.
The foul is on Shaw, and for Shaw, that's his third. So Shaw with 3, Murray with 4, and Lutz with 2 if you're keeping an eye on fouls. Kobe Manyweathers, line left. Over 1,000 points on Tuesday night in their 30-point win against Country Day. And there it is. Congratulations. He's just 94 points away from being the school's all-time leading scorer.
How special is that? You
So
get over
special.
1,000 points in high school. That's getting it done.
It sure is. His head coach, Jeff Jason, is 5th all-time in school history and scoring.
I had the privilege of coaching against Jeff when he was in high school.
Is that right? What kind of player was he?
Very, very tough, and you had to guard him when he got off the bus. He could shoot it from anywhere.
I said that about you too, by the way. Lutz with a great pass to the top side. You notice this Milford team pretty crisp in their passing. Nick McClear in the mid-post, kick to the corner. Stark gives it up. Back to McClear, one-on-one in the paint. And a patient Milford set, ho-hum. Lutz looking to make a move. McClear rip, drive, baseline, reverse, and he got it! Yeah. Get out of here! That wasn't on the bingo card for McClear, and the Mavericks are +1.
What a fine finish by Nick.
Mott, corner 3, Jordan White long, offensive rebound, and a war on the floor, and it's a tie-up, and it's going the other way. You said it during the week, 50-50 balls.
Yeah.
Those are things that win this game. I know the possession arrow stays, but these go a long ways with the basketball gods, don't they?
Absolutely. Those who win the 50-50 balls typically win games. Loose balls on the floor, dives, blockouts. When you have 50-50 chance to get that, it's got to come up with your team. We're
with one of the great coaches and players in the MHSAA, Denny Butcher. and who's been to a state final and has coached several teams to a lot of success.
Blessed to have some great players to coach. Great young men in my career. It's a player's game. Players got to make plays. Coaches put you in a position to try to be successful, and at the end of the day, they've got to make the work.
Milford with a basketball, +1 with 2 minutes to go. You mentioned their pace is being played at the way they want it.
Yeah.
Lutz has been the story in the second half. Fader from the right elbow is short.
Tough shot.
Really tough shot. Mott did their job there, and how about Manyweathers with the share of the sugar to Robinson. Needle in a haystack pass. Waterford Mott regains the lead. Lutz the other way. Counted and a foul. Oh, the stars are shining bright in Waterford tonight.
Well, both transition teams right now are working well for them. Obviously, Waterford in transition right there. What a great find and finish with that left hand. Again, from just a sophomore, finishing around the rim. And Carson just taking it coast to coast. Nobody stopped the ball early, and Carson makes him pay for it.
And one is down. Mavericks +2. 97 seconds left in the third. This young man has been a player. Jordan White tries to find the post and bails himself out. We got a foul on the floor. It's going to go on McClear. Check that. It's going to go on Noah Pike.
Hold on, Manyweather. Trying to deny him a little bit too hard, a little too aggressively.
In the bonus now, Manyweather will go line left. Manyweather tonight with 11. Milford's done a pretty good job on him as well. He's had to go to the line to get a lot of his points.
Well, and that's what he does too. He forces you to, again, puts pressure on you and forces you to guard him in the paint and gets to the line quite a bit. And obviously very efficient from the line.
Manyweather now 5 of 6 from the free throw line, so half those points have come from the stripe. Milford outscoring Mott in this third frame, 18-9. If you recall in the first matchup, it was Milford outscoring Mott 18-11 in the third. Something about these third quarters in Milford. Has that been a trend for most of the year, or is it just against Mott?
Pretty much against Mott.
Yeah.
they know they're one of the best team in the league, and they got to come out strong in the second half.
Threes are wild in Waterford, 33-33 in the third. And to keep the theme, that is the third foul on Waterford's Jordan White. Jordan Stark, number 33, will inbound.
You notice they switched up Jordan White and put number 2. I'm sorry, they ended up putting Jordan White on Carson now.
Lutz open for 3, short, but he's going to get 3 free throws. A boo-boo by the sophomore Torrey Robinson closing out the shooter, and Lutz will go line right and try to get his 10th point of the third quarter.
Yeah, that's what happens when you make when Carson Lutz made his first couple threes. Puts pressure to get out there and defend that a lot more aggressively. You get extended, and obviously created that foul, easy foul for Carson. And he's an excellent free throw shooter.
Lutz 4 of 10 for the game, now with a dozen, make it 13 points. All coming in this third quarter as a scorer. And I know you were a scorer and a setup man.
Yeah.
What's it like when you've been shut out and then you come out in that third and you hit your first shot?
Yeah.
I mean, how does that feel to be on this kind of a run?
It just loosens everybody up, you know, and again, your energy on the other end defensively, you step up the pace defensively as well.
I like how you said that. You said it loosens everybody up, not just Lutz, everybody.
Correct.
And that's a great point. Swing left side, entry into the ball post,
Great
and that's
help on the inside.
stolen out of there. The dig by McClear, and now the throwaway to Lutz. Lutz against Jordan White, and White wins that battle. 3-on-1 the other way. White with Manyweather, headed blocked by Stark, falling into Chris Armani Rose, and the action's starting to heat up here in Waterford.
And that's what Jordan White does. Man, is he quick with those hands. Defended that roll dribble by Carson. Gets out in transition. Gets the foul. Great attack.
A defensive leader who has earned his role this year and has sacrificed his offense for his defense. One of the big competitors on this team, Jeff Jason raves about him. Stepped into a starting role this year, was kind of a bench guy last year, and that's an adjustment.
Yeah, and he thought his role coming in the year, according to Coach Jason, was going to be more of a scorer. And he quickly realized he's got a couple guys ahead of him that can score a little better than him, and he sacrificed it. Hey, I'll play a little better defense for you then.
The kind of attitude you love to see.
Yes.
In a young man. White has 5 points. 1 point lead for the Mavericks. 30 seconds left in this entertaining third quarter.
Will probably hold it for the last shot here.
I was going to ask you. You think they'll hold it? Yeah.
They need to.
Lutz will try to back it out. He's had a tough assignment all night. And Mr. Torrey Robinson, the 10th grader, going against him fearlessly. Lutz gets around him, lost it. Stark has his back. Mid-post jumper at the horn, no. And that's how the third quarter will end in Waterford. The Mavs showing out on the road in the third with a big number. A 21-12 advantage in the third frame. Come on back to the fourth quarter, and Waterford Mott, we got a dandy.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, hit me up with my homies, and we do it all again.
Rose Paving. Go get them. Get a quote today, 888-773-ROSE. It's really beyond paving, beyond expectations. Rose Paving. And go find them and get a quote today. Get that paving down. Get your paving right. Robert Sherby called them last week. Now they're a sponsor and everything's wonderful. Let's look at the stats as we look at Jeff Jason, the bench boss for Waterford Mott. What stands out in that third quarter, Coach?
Circle number 11 for Milford, 14 points in the third quarter, and that's what he does. He can score in bunches because he can make threes, get the foul line, make his free throws. That really, really loosened up Milford, turned this game around for them. Conversely, it's still the Kobe Manyweather game, getting to the paint, getting to the foul line, which he did in the third quarter as well. Going to have a heck of a fourth quarter coming at us.
13 points, 5 rebounds. Kobe Manyweathers leads the way. And 14 points, all in the third quarter. 8 points for Nick McClear. If there's a second star in this game, McClear's probably that guy. Foul trouble to look at. There is foul trouble along the way. We'll get to that in a moment.
Milford back to straight man, not out of the box in one.
Left corner jumper, White, no. The save is magical, and that's great effort from Gavin Ort and a high IQ falling out of bounds.
Yeah, keeps possession for Mott. It's aggressive rebounding, smart play.
Robinson, 9 points in this game to go with a stellar defense and 4 rebounds. But he has, well, I thought he had 4 fouls. He has just 1. That's good news. So, on the attack, Waterford Mott working against this Milford defense. What are they in now?
Just a motion. They play a ton of motion, a lot of ball movement. They want to get paint. Obviously, we've talked about that, and here you go. You got many other seam paint in the pitch, and got the foul. This is really what they try to drive. It's a dribble drive action, screen away. It's very, very simple, but very hard to guard. 4 out, 1 in. And if you got guys that can handle the ball, like Manyweather, it's difficult to guard.
Waterford Mott had an 8-point lead with 3 minutes to go until halftime, and they would hold on to that lead until halftime. But it was 8 straight out of the gate, 6 of 8 from Lutz, and now a pesky defense that's going to force Jeff Jason to a timeout. We'll keep it right here, but the intensity of this game really picking up, Coach.
Yeah, everybody knows on both sides right now it's a fourth quarter. This is as good as it gets. Defensively, you're going to see both teams really dialing up. Milford went out of the box and won. which is traditionally what they do, is a straight man-to-man, aggressive, pretty hard. Again, channel, you'll force you. And obviously Mott is going to be a dribble drive team, get to the paint, see the basket, and try to create fouls and create that paint and pitch.
That's Jeff Jason in his 8th year in his 2nd stint. Done an outstanding job. And boy, he came to Mott, and he was a 1,000-point scorer here. And this is a guy that went on to great things at Aquinas College. He's a sneakerhead, too. Let's see the kicks he's got on today. He's got over 150 pairs of Jordans. That's more than Austin Sonnenberg and I combined. And let's get Coach Jason's kicks down there. He's got high expectations tonight, and he's not disappointing. He is disappointed in that last offensive set. Milford gets it back +1. 6 minutes to go. 6:50 to go in this game. It's been a dandy.
Really denying out here on top. Coach calls timeout. Yeah.
Timeout, Dave Gilbert. Speaking of Dave Gilbert, what a fabulous job. He is Mr. Milford. His father was a 16-year principal at Milford High School. His mother worked in the district. He grew up in this town, and much like Jeff Jason of Waterford Mott, very proud of his alma mater. And he's a 2002 grad. Played under the legend Don Palmer, who has the most wins in MHSAA history.
Yes, he does.
And went on to Central Michigan, Fire Up Chips, class of 2007. He's taught at Milford for 17 years. He's a big Michigan State fan. And he's been a pleasure to work with and talk to.
Well,
Dave Gilbert.
Both these coaches are community-based. They love their community. They love their kids. They watch them grow up. They're just in it for the young men and watching them mature and get better as people and as basketball players for sure.
Milford basketball left to right in black. The road blacks for the Mavs against the Corsairs, trying to stay perfect in league play. Just one loss this year for Waterford Mott, a team that's getting state ranking listings. That's a travel on Ben Shaw after the tight man-to-man defense. Turnover, Milford.
Yeah, Ben trying to be aggressive off that ball screen, gets in the paint, loses his feet a little bit, gets a little silly on the travel.
Waterford Mott defensively has forced 12 turnovers tonight for the road team. Open, Jordan White for 3.
Paint and pitch. Missed the 3.
Missed the open look. Carson Lutz with a rebound and in control. Lutz with a big third quarter. He put up a 14-burger. Rips, drives down the avenue, floater short, and a big boy rebound by Robinson.
Look out in transition.
Manyweathers creates space for that shot, and the floater falls. Mott back up by 1.
Yeah, cannot fall asleep in transition. Manyweather will make you pay for it. Strong on the inside.
15 now for Manyweather as he picks up the point guard, Ben Shaw. 2-year varsity
screen
guy.
up top.
Sorry, Coach.
That's okay.
Lutz long corner left, wheels his way in the paint into a double team, and he gets the reach in. Ball out of bounds, baseline right, non-shooting foul. It'll go on MJ Long.
Teams first. Out of bounds. Milford basketball. Checking in for the Corsairs. Number 1, Damari Stevens.
Lutz drawing that foul and attention with a double team. He's pretty good passing out of that double team too now.
He is. He knows it's coming at some point.
Ball in the backcourt, and that is an over and back. And guess who forced it? Mr. Torrey Robinson, who's just been living up to that billing as the top defender for Waterford Mott.
You can tell Coach Jason really preaches his defense, being aggressive out here. Back to the box in 1, trying to deny Manyweather up top. Number 4, Ben Shaw, trying to keep the ball away from him. You'll see the rest of the players in the box trying to protect the paint.
Little ring around the rosy. Manyweather says, I can play that game. Robinson in the corner, and now a ticky-tack call in the paint. They're going to get Lutz, who can't believe it. That'll be his 3rd foul with 5:04 to go. And Dave Gilbert with his hands on his knees. Can't believe it.
Yeah, I don't agree with him. I don't like that call for either team. That was pretty quick.
Jordan White passes it up, rips and drives. Left hand laying no good. Ball out of bounds. 50-50 ball is a jump ball, and it's going back to Milford. who seems to have gotten the 50-50 nod in the second half.
Again, both coaches preach that. They know that. Loose balls right there. Both guys are ready to get that rebound. Both of them come down with it. Great aggressive play.
Yep, great effort by Stevens and by Shaw. Mott by 1. Back and forth we go. Milford led by 5 in the first. Mott led by 8 in the second, and at halftime, right corner, Shaw 3, Splash City. Mavericks by 2, 4.5 to go. Rip drive, Robinson, reverser, no. Stark couldn't hold on to it. Ort saves it. White to Robinson, power layup, good, and the foul.
Second chance shots, we talked about that early. First shot defense was good. Milford couldn't come up the rebound. Mott makes him pay for it, getting to the basket for the and one opportunity.
Robinson now with 9 with this rip drive and power layup over Murray. Furthermore, for Murray, that's his 5th. He is fouled out of this game, and Dave Gilbert's going to have to go to his bench.
Yeah, that hurts Milford, taking Landon's athleticism out of the game.
He talked about this guy being all energy all the time, rebounds well, tip-ins, and we have to keep him in the game and avoid foul trouble. And with 4:17 to go, that rule has been broken. And Mott now has the lead, 40-39, thanks to the emergence of the 10th grader Robinson.
Yeah, he's had a wonderful game so far. Keep an eye on him for the rest of down the stretch here.
Ben across the timeline, being checked by one of the best in the league on defense. Forget offense, that's a cinch. Baseline handsy Jordan White, and he can't believe it. That will be the second foul in the quarter.
Yeah, in the coaching world would call that a makeup. There's a quick call down there against Milford, and now obviously they get that one on that end, so even it out.
Bates will return, and so will Stevens for Mott. White will check out. Ball out of bounds, baseline right, and it'll be McClear to trigger.
We'll stagger up top.
Into Bates. Bates will go baseline. He says, give me that baseline. Until he runs into Stevens and says, no thanks.
That's not Bates' game. He's a rebounder, defender.
Something to be said for knowing your role. Meanwhile, Lutz banged a knee and is lingering a bit. Trying to find him. Tough defense by MJ Long. Patient set by Milford, down by 1. And that is a turnover forced by who else? Kobe Manyweathers.
Yeah, again, great hands up top defensively. Just creating havoc out top.
1 point, Mott lead with the ball, 3.5 left. This could keep them perfect in the LVC. They do have one more battle to go against one of the league's best, the number 2 team, Wall Lake Central. That'll happen on the 14th of February. Missed shot, loose ball scramble.
Another second chance opportunity for Mott.
That was one of the starred no-nos for Milford. And this offense with another crack is dangerous. And so is this man, Robinson. Walled up nicely, though. And Ort will have to send it back to the LVC Player of the Year from a year ago. Kobe Manyweathers against Lutz, the 2 best offensive players in this league, going at it. Ort for 3 from the corner, no. And Stark and the Mavericks get a stop after 2 tries.
Yeah, that was a big stop. Timeout from Milford.
We'll take it with them, 2.5 to go. Mott by 1 in this second matchup, and it's been as best and tight as we can imagine. Don't leave us for the finish. We're back with more after this.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we're your financial guardian angel. We're here to help you achieve your dreams. A new home, a Catholic education, that business you are working to build. We're here to support the goals of your family, your retirement, and the community that surrounds you. We're here to offer your trusted financial services inspired by Catholic values. And like your guardian angel, we'll always be by your side. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Chad and Denny back with you. Jeff Jason in the huddle right now, emphatically discussing some things. What are your thoughts in this juncture of the ball game?
Well, you can see both teams are a little on edge right now. Only 5-3 in scoring come out in this fourth quarter. Can't blame them. This time of year, this is a big game for league standings. I think both teams are feeling a little bit of pressure. Which team is going to hit the big shot or get the big turnover coming down the stretch in the last 2:32 most likely will separate themselves?
Well, a chance for these teams to try to make things interesting down the stretch in the final few games in league play.
Yeah.
But as we both know, this thing is all built for the districts and for the league. Mott's district, speaking of which, will involve Clarkston, Avondale, Lake Orion, and Waterford Kettering, their crosstown rival. So they'll have some battles, but they'll probably be the favorite for the first time in a long time in a district with Clarkston.
Yes. The powerhouse that is Clarkston.
You bet. Lutz, corner fader from 19 is short. Big boy box out by Stevens. MJ Long on the run. Mott gets a stop and a big one. MJ Long.
Yeah, you can see Mott's going to be really patient. Coach Jason standing up, saying, hey, let's take our time with it. You got to come and guard us. We're up 1. Milford's going to come out and try to do a little trap on him.
Try to get the ball out of Manyweather's hands. Here comes Stark for the double.
Easier said than done.
Dribbles around the traffic, and it's a hand check. That'll be foul number 4 on the Mavericks. They had 1 to give, and it's also the 4th on Carson Lutz, so that's a huge one. As Milford will go to the bench with a couple quick substitutions.
Yeah, this will be interesting how Coach Gilbert handles this. Mott's trying to really run the clock out here. How he's going to try to force it right there. He was trapping early. Pretty early to pull the ball out, only up 1. Got to keep it out of number 3's hands if you're Milford.
It kind of takes a page out of Milford's book, right?
Yes.
Kind of take a little bit of the air out of the ball.
You can see him taking it away, trying to keep Manyweather away. Mott's got to call timeout.
Jeff Jason telling Ort, we got to get the ball into somebody else's hands.
Yeah, if you're Mott, you got to put it in number 3's hands, not only because he's a good ball handler, penetrator, and decision maker, but he's one of their best free throw shooters as well. Those are the guys you got to have with the ball late in the game, the guys who can make free throws.
Chad Bush, Danny Butcher with you. Glad you've joined us on the Preps coverage of our primetime matchup on this Friday night as we close out the month of January. And you look inside the huddle of Dave Gilbert and Milford. What's Milford drawing up here with 1:27 to go, and they're on defense, and their top player has 4 fouls?
I'll be honest, this is going to be very interesting in how Coach Gilbert handles this. I know he has some various zones he can go to, including 1-3-1 traps, run-and-jump type situations. But Mott is very dangerous in when that ball comes out of the double team, when it gets behind 2 guys, of getting in the paint and making decisions and finishing around the basket. So this could be really tough for Milford, how they're going to handle this.
All right. Well, some of the numbers in this one, Lutz with 14. He had all 14 in the third quarter. And Manyweather's with 15.
Yeah, you see Milford's got 4 guards on the floor right now, so they're going to be really aggressive here defensively.
All right. Robinson triggers it in, and Manyweather's working it against Shaw. Will Mott pursue a shot?
There's a double. There's a double. Another timeout.
Double and a forced timeout. We'll take it with him. A full timeout. 75 seconds left in this one. It might take a minute, but I promise.
Good stuff.
The wait will be worth it.
Yep.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
Your officials tonight, Wally Rose, Tim Green, and Pat Beagle. Great crew tonight.
I've had all three of them many times.
Yeah, any of them eject you or give you a technical?
None of these guys. Mr. Beagle had a few words.
By the way, 2 timeouts left for Milford, 1 timeout left for Mott. 60, make it 70 seconds left in this game. Mott by 1, no shot clock in the MHSAA.
Looks like number 14 is going to be their run and jump guy for Milford.
Jordan White is fouled from behind, and Jake Hess got him, the 10th grader. That is 5 fouls, so that will force Waterford Mott. Do you like this call to stretch the game?
Yeah, Milford's got. They had to really push the energy there defensively. Try to create. They don't want Milford or Mott to run the game out for sure with the clock running down. So good foul. We'll see if he can step up and make his free throws.
2 of 2 tonight at the free throw line is Jordan White, the junior at 5'7", defensive pest and wizard at the same time. Into the game for Milford is Nicholas McClear.
Yeah, again, 4 guards and a forward for Milford on the floor. Probably really perimeter orientated. It's a big free throw to go up 3. Yep.
White gets them both. It's a full possession game, and guess what? Another timeout. We'll keep it right here.
Yeah, we'll see what Milford does here out of the timeout. Looks like they're checking in a big. That tells me that they're going to run a set. Probably early, a little early to go for a 3. Not really forced to take in a 3 right now. He can certainly try to get a quick 2, play some good hard defense for a few 10, 15 seconds and then foul. But certainly do not have to force a 3 ball up right here.
Yeah, long game, a lot of time left. This is an opportunity for fans to grab our apparel. Our apparel's online. We got 16 different brands. We partnered with our partner, G-Brand. G-Brand USA. Quality apparel, hats, shirts, jerseys, pants, shorts, kids, babies, everything. We got it. Check it out. We've got it in our bio. So we've got a 3-point Waterford Mott lead. Mott in this game is led by as many as 8 points. That's what they led by at the break. That was their largest lead. Milford led by 5 early, but it's been back and forth since that 8-0 run to tie the game early in the start of the third. This has been all that in a bag of chips, Coach.
Yeah, you can see Milford, they're definitely going to try to get it in number 11's hands. We'll see how they'll attempt to get it there. A little stagger coming off. Great hedge on that screen by Mott. Very well coached.
Lutz with it, going to pull up for 3 to tie it, and he does! Splash City for Carson to tie it with 40 seconds left. Give them 17 points to lead the building.
You can see Milford now. They'll back off. They know they don't have to force. They don't have to foul.
Oh, the juice in the building right now.
Why are we doubling?
White all alone gives it up. And Milford will back up. White drives, floats it up. Banker in and out, no good. Rebound by Lutz. Milford does not want to take the timeout. Now they do. And they'll have a chance. They take their final timeout to get the last shot on the road with a chance to try to win this game. Wow. But how about the stop?
What a gamble by Milford defensively. They really were aggressive on top. They forced it into number 2 out of Manyweather's hands. Forced number 2 to make a play with it. And just really didn't finish around. They had a really good look. Came in and out. But wow, what a gamble by Milford to allow that opportunity for Mott to see paint and get in there. And it obviously has a chance to work out for him.
Do you think they were trying to sucker them into taking a shot?
I'll be honest, I did not see that happening. If it was me, hey, we're backing off. We're playing for overtime. We're playing more conservative. Milford is up to being really aggressive. So, hey, credit to Coach Gilbert for having the challenging his kids to do that.
All right, Milford basketball, a chance to get redemption and a chance to put the first blemish in league play to the Waterford Mott Corsairs.
Well, we know who's going to be handling the ball.
Trying to get revenge for their loss earlier this year. 7 seconds left. Lutz is with it, and Lutz is fouled. Now, they've got 2 fouls to give. That's just the 3rd foul. They've got 1 more to give with 5.3 seconds left.
Team's 3rd. There's 1 more to give, yeah.
Ball out of bounds, baseline right. Lutz has 4 fouls himself. And to trigger, it'll be Nick McClear.
A little stagger for 11 coming off right here.
Lutz off the screen, goes the opposite way, and Jordan White bats it out of bounds. They try to go to the left block instead to Ben Shaw. And now the shooter will inbound the ball. Isn't he the most dangerous guy in the court?
Yes, he is.
That's what you taught me.
Yes, he is.
Lutz to trigger.
Come right
into
back
start.
to him. Right back to him.
Right back to Lutz at the buzzer to win it. Back of the heel, no, and we're going to overtime. We've got free basketball on the prep as Lutz had his shot.
Yeah, he had a good look at it. That's a staple play for him. Little pitch out to the high post, and he chases it down for a 3 ball. Maybe a little further out than he wanted it, but had a nice look for Carson.
We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We've got overtime. 4 minutes on the clock. Back with more after this.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
They cancel each other out, and you know it's the score.
Well, here's the final play, and take us through it.
Yeah, they run this play very consistently. It's a little curl for Owen Stark out to the mid-post area, mid-elbow, free throw line extended. Out-of-bounds guy, Carson Lutz, comes up and takes it right out of his hand. So it's kind of a, a mirrored screen, if you will, and the handoff exchange. Defenders can get lost in that exchange, which leaves the shooter, number 11, open. And you got to look at that play was a little further out from the perimeter than they typically would want to be, especially when it's tied. You're not really looking for a deep 3 there.
Pretty well defended by Mott as well.
Exactly. Yeah, very well done.
So the stats at the end of regulation, Milford comes back and shoots 43% for the game after they shoot 64% in the second half compared to just 29% in the first. Meanwhile, Waterford Mott, 32% for the game, but they're 10 of 11 from the free throw line, and that has helped them in this contest. Lutz with a big triple to tie it with 40 seconds left. He leads the building with 17. Manyweathers has 15.
Yeah, Milford's back to the box and 1 on Manyweather. He will, their job right now is to keep him out of the paint.
4 and 9 from the floor. Sorry, Coach.
No, I was just commenting, and you'll see number 4, Ben Shaw, just really denying Manyweather the ball right now.
We'll see how long Mott can stay patient without finding room for 3. Now they get him the ball. Again, Manyweather's just 9 shots in this game. Not afraid to find some players. I told you about his assists.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a guy that's 4 assists away from being the all-time leader in assists. And how many does he have right now? He has 3. Power layup good. That's Robinson. Torrey Robinson, remember the name. He's got 14. Mott plus 2.
It's good patient on the inbound pass coming back to Robinson on the inside. Excellent finish.
He's got 14 to go with 5 rebounds. Power layup good. Ben Shaw powers it up. The pass first point guard says, I'll score when we need to.
Yeah, and he can do that. He hasn't done it this game yet, but you can see his strength on the inside, finished around the basket there, really helps Milford out.
Ben with 5 points in this game. Tied at 44, 2.5 left in OT. Working around this defense. Jordan White with a dagger from distance, his 2nd of the game, and Mott's plus 3 with 2 to go.
Yeah, and that's the danger of playing his zone right there. That perimeter is left open. Young man steps up with confidence and nails a 3. We talked about him sacrificing offense. He didn't sacrifice it there.
No, he didn't. Lutz to the answer. It's short. And with 2 minutes left, Manyweathers is on the run in transition. Spins, twirls, and gets it blocked. But it's a foul from Ben Shaw. And Manyweathers back to the free throw line yet again for the 7th and 8th times.
Constant pressure by Manyweather. 1 against 3 guys right there. 1 against 4, I'm sorry. And just unafraid. Just unafraid to get into the paint. Strong, knows he can get to foul and get to the free throw line.
I can remember you saying, can you beat 2 of yourself? Can you beat 3 of yourself?
Yes.
Right? I remember you say, do you
That
still
was my
say
rule.
that?
Absolutely.
You still say that?
Every practice.
But what about guys like this that can actually, there are some guys that's a yes
There
to,
are
right?
exceptions to every rule.
I would have never said that to you as a player, by the way.
Yeah.
But there are some, and this guy might be one of them.
He is one of them. He is an exception.
Misses his 2nd free throw of the night, though, in a critical spot to extend this to a 2-possession game with 2 minutes left. One more for the 1,000-point score, and he cans it. 4-point lead for Mott, 2 minutes to go.
Big possession for Milford right here.
What are you looking to get offensively if you're Milford?
Something easy. Got to get to the paint. Whatever your best set is. 1-on-1 for Carson, looks like.
Lutz had it blocked out of bounds after the Euro step. Some in the gym wanted to travel. Milford keeps the ball out of bounds baseline right. Great block that time by Stevens. Inbound to Beatus. Back top side, 3 by McClear,
Big
and
shot.
he bangs it home. Cuts it to 1.
And that's really what McClear brings to this team, is that 3-point ball right there. He can make shots.
McClear hits his 3rd of the night. Give him 11. Number 2 scorer on this fine evening, and he's coming off.
Here you go with Mott's patience again on top. Up 1, same scenario that we had towards the end of the regulation.
Yep.
Let's see how Milford hands it defensively.
White working it. And fouled. Travels. Stark forced the travel. Jeff Jason says that's not the drive we wanted, but a turnover is what the doctor ordered for the Mavericks.
Yeah, credit to Milford getting up there, pressuring, forcing 2 to get the ball out of control with that left-hand dribble.
Backcourt pressure. Lutz gets it up to Stark. Stark traveled, and the official calls it. Jeff Jason called it for the official, and Pat Beagle says, wait a minute.
You'll see Mr. Beagle, I got it.
I got it.
Yeah.
Well,
you can feel the excitement and the energy in the gym for sure right now.
Sure can.
Coaches are on edge.
Trade of the turnovers. Manyweathers across the timeline.
Little double up front.
Waterford Mott does not have to shoot the ball. They lead by 1. Will Milford be aggressive again defensively?
Just don't leave the basket if you're Milford. Don't leave the paint. You know you're going to gamble up top. Maybe have to foul here.
Double bonus time in the next foul. Backside, Stark went for the steal, and it's a foul. And so that'll mean free throws. Stark can't believe it. That's his 3rd foul. Free throws coming, 2 of them.
Puts the young man to the free throw line to see how he responds. Tight situation, up 1.
Number 22, Torrey Robinson.
So Robinson to the stripe. Robinson in this game, 2 of 4 from the free throw, make it 4 of 5 rather from the free throw line.
Made that one look easy. No pressure, right?
No, not at all. Waterford Mott's been excellent from the free throw line tonight. 86%, 18 of 21. You just don't see that at any level anymore.
That's exceptional.
Knocks them both home. The Corsairs have reached half 100 in OT, have a 3-point lead, and this is the same scenario we had down the stretch in regulation with a 3-point lead with 40 seconds left when Milford tied it last time.
You'll notice Mott, they're still doing what they're doing, picking up full court, constant pressure. We know it's going to go in 11's hands at some point. He has it in his hands now.
Mott does have 1 foul to give, 15 seconds left, trying
Staggers
to get it to
away.
Lutz.
Great hedge at 22. Great stunt, we call that.
drive to the hole and a whistle and a foul. They had one to give. It'll be ball out of bounds, baseline right, with 7 seconds to go. And the Mavericks trailing to Mott by 3.
Well, credit to Mott defending Carson coming off the staggers. 22 just really did a nice job. We call that stunting. He stunted the stagger coming off that on the backside. Excellent defense.
We'll take a quick timeout. We're back in 30 seconds with a final 7 seconds right after this. We're the Prep.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss. McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure, steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown, Warriors! What a cut.
Regular season title implications on the line tonight. Mott 15-1, but 10-0 in league play, atop of the LVC, trying to stay perfect. There you see Milford, number 3 at 8-2. 1 loss already to Mott in game 3 of the year. And then Walled Lake Central sitting in that number 2 spot. This is a big possession. In overtime, this has been all you could crack it up to be. Denny Butcher, what are you looking for out of this timeout, down 3 for Milford?
Well, unfortunately, you're at 7 seconds and under. You've got to go for a 3 ball if you're Milford. Whatever your best set is, OB under. If you're Mott, you may want to consider fouling, not allowing the 3-point shot, putting them on a line so they can only score 2. So we'll see how Coach Jason handles it from the defensive side as well.
All right, McClear to trigger, gets it in to start. 6 seconds left, got to hustle.
So fumble inside stagger. They doubled him.
Lutz has it, forces up a 3, short, and the ball game is over. A contested shot by Jordan White, and Waterford Mott holds on at home in overtime to win by 3 and sweep Milford in the regular season.
Hey, credit to Mott. That was probably a scouting report. They knew that. He was going to come off the inside stagger, doubled him on that 3 ball to force a really, really tough shot.
Waterford Mott wins it, but it wasn't without a fight from Milford, and here's the final shot in possession.
Yeah, tough shot. Really good defense.
We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with our G of the game, highlights, stats, and much, much more. We had a war in the LVC, and glad you could witness it. Back with more in the wrap-up right after this.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off.
It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move, and it's out of here. Well, we knew it was going to be a battle in the LVC. Number 1 going against number 3. And the player of the year in this conference joins me to my left. No surprise, our G of the game, Kobe Manyweathers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
A big win,
Yes.
big accolade for you on Tuesday, scoring 1,000 points.
Yeah,
Let's
definitely.
start there.
Yeah.
Congratulations. How does it feel to be one of the most prolific scorers in school history?
It feels good, man. Coming from definitely where I'm from, man. It's coming from underrated. I'm underrated talent, man. Just coming out here working, trying to improve my talent and show the world, put the word on notice in who I am, for real, for real.
And you're a guy that likes to get others involved.
Yeah,
It's
definitely,
not just
yeah.
your scoring Talk about your ability to get others going. Tonight it was your sophomore in Robinson that helped you along the way and helped you guys get the win.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's my team, man. We've been fighting since every practice, man. We've been practicing. We've been talking to every day. We got chemistry with each other, man. We told each other we was going to come in this game and fight, and I just like to get my team involved first so make it easy for me so they can box me and stuff like that, for real, for real.
That defense, the box and one, a bit of a headache at times.
Yeah.
How were you guys able to sift through it and work things around the defense? It was pretty stingy.
For real, we just have to move the ball and make plays, man, because they had me in the box, for real. I have to just come around and just have my teammate play and just keep sometimes with my team and playing defense, playing the best I can do out there.
It was a matchup, 24 points a game for Lutz. You came in as player of the year. I mean, two big guys going against it. Did you guys have any conversations throughout? Is there a rivalry there?
No, I ain't a rivalry, but he a tough player, though. Yeah.
What's next for you guys? Undefeated still in this league. I know you got Walled Lake Central coming up. Your eyes on the prize and staying undefeated in this league, and then you get into district play. What's ahead?
We keep playing, man. We stay the Breslin, for real. That's where we coming from, for real.
16-1 Waterford Mott, led by the conference player of the year. Big one tonight. Somebody go get this guy, Kobe Manyweathers.
Yeah, we coming for sure. Waterford Mott, watch out for us, man.
Congratulations, our G of the game.
Appreciate it.
We're back with more to wrap things up on the Preps coverage of Waterford Mott and Milford tonight. Mott wins it by 3 in OT.
Yes, sir.
Look, everybody wanna go and talk it. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
Some highlights of this ball game, a game that was won by Waterford Mott, but it took overtime. Look, this was a game that went back and forth. We saw the fast start for Milford, and doing it without Lutz being active yet. And then we saw the run out by Mott. They took an 8-point lead. Lutz comes out, gets him to tie it early in the third, and it was back and forth from there.
Yeah, this is what we expected this time of year. Two really, really competitive teams, pretty evenly matched. We thought that the two best players may cancel each other out, and we pretty much got that from a scoring standpoint, and then it came down to other guys making plays.
In this ball game, this was a story really of a couple different halves, but throughout we've had defensive pressure was the name of the game. It was a low-scoring affair. Getting to the free throw line was big tonight. Getting the 50-50 balls was big tonight. And both teams kind of had their fortes going. But what was it in overtime that ultimately won the game for Waterford Mott?
It was Mott's ability to get up 4. That 4-point margin is big when you get in overtime with 2 minutes and under, because you're up 2 possessions, and you got to start really forcing your possessions offensively as an opponent. And if you have other guys, you can't really score in bunches, then it becomes even more difficult.
Where do both teams go from here? If you're Mott, you win a close game in overtime. You've only lost once. You win a close game. It helps you move on. And then Milford, it could be a loss that you take one of two ways. What direction do you think these teams go from here?
Well, fortunately for both teams, they have experienced coaches, again, that are community-based. They're not going to let anything happen to their program. They're going to preach, hey, we did everything that we could possibly do to win this game. We competed. Did we do everything perfect? Of course not. But these guys are going to have their teams ready moving forward regardless of the outcome tonight.
In this contest, Milford ends up shooting 43% from the floor, 43% from downtown. They go 6 of 10 from the three-point line to help out in the second half, 4 of 4 from the free throw line as well. And it was in reverse for the Corsairs. They struggled in the second half to shoot the basketball, 6 of 16 in the second frame, just 36%. I mean, Milford came back and outshot them in this game. Yeah. But Mott was able to get to the free throw line and take advantage.
Yeah, certainly statistically you can look at it and say the difference was from the foul line. But that's a credit to, again, Mott's pressure. Being able to take their defense into offense, getting into the paint, getting to the foul line, creating fouls and opportunities for themselves. That's their MO. They are in constant pressure mode. And not only on the defensive end, but on the offensive end, they're putting pressure on you to defend. You got to be able to defend out top, stop dribble penetration. And if you don't, there you go. You get to the foul line.
It was fun tonight, and really appreciate you doing this. You did a great job.
I enjoyed it, very much so.
Full disclosure, former head coach at Orchard Lake St. Mary's. It was an honor to play for you then. It's an honor to sit next to you tonight, hear the knowledge, and have the great company and commentary from you. So thank you very much.
And I always could say that I had the privilege of coaching the great Chad Bush as a prep. No, the days of St. Mary's are really fond with me. I had such a great experience there and had some great young men that I had the opportunity to coach. Again, this is a player's game. They got to be out and perform for you. And my St. Mary's days are very fond. We had an opportunity to run it to a state title game. And was very blessed to have some extremely talented young men.
At 25 years old, it took St. Mary's to the state title game.
Long time ago.
It was an honor, and we'll do this again. Want to thank our great staff as well for making this night possible. Robert Sherby, your executive producer. Evan Westfall on replay. Mike Batchus on audio. Austin Sonnenberg on graphics. David Forrest on camera 1. Kyle Buchanan on camera 2. And Chris Rose on camera 3. Pat the Stat Bush on stats along with Jamie Janssen. And we want to thank all the folks for making this possible, this broadcast. Chip Lutz along with David Gilbert on the Milford side of things. All of our great sponsors. Want to thank Jeff Jason, Colin McGran, the athletic director at Waterford Mott. And thanks to all of you for watching this fabulous LVC battle and contest in tonight's fashion. So the final score in overtime. Waterford Mott wins it to go to 16-1 on the year. Milford falls in this game to go to 11-4. And we'll have coverage for you on Tuesday from Hamtramck. Arbor Prep against Hamtramck. My name is Chad